Hello my Wolfpack and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Competitive Guide video. So today we're covering Conkeldurr. Now Conkeldurr has an absolutely huge attack stat and a very large HP stat as well, along with good defense. Typically Conkeldurr is a really good Pokemon. I've used it several times before and found that it is incredible. If you was to put this Pokemon in a trick room, it could definitely easily sweep. 100% it could easily cause a sweep. Yeah. I have 4 sets for you today. I think 2 are generic and 2 are dynamax, possibly 3 generic. The third one is possibly a little bit of both, so we'll talk about that when we get there. The first set I have today is a transfer-only set because Power Up Punch is only available to Conkeldurr when it has been transferred from a previous generation, so you would have to get this from Generation 7 or before. We have Assault Vest as our item. Now, Assault Vest allows for our special defense to be 1.5 times its amount, which essentially allows you to be able to live a few things that you may not live before. I've used this a few times, and I've actually found that even fairy type attacks that are special you can live against with the Assault Vest there. Power Up Punch raises your attack by 1 stage, so that raises it to over 600, which is an absolutely huge increase in your stats. You have Drain Punch to allow yourself to heal back up a little bit. It's also boosted by Stab. You've got Fire Punch to hit things like grass types and just a little bit of variety. And then you've got Ice Punch as well, again hitting a little bit more variety that you may not have been able to hit before. EV's gone for max HP and max attack with an adamant nature, some more attack, less special attack. You could always go max special defense if you want to take advantage of that Assault Vest, but that is up to you. We've also got Iron Fist, the ability, basically boosting all of these by 1.2 times. So all of your moves are boosted 1.2 times power, which again, just having that little bit extra power on Conkeldurr just makes it such a mighty Pokemon. The second set we have on here is taking advantage of Guts. Now we have Flame Orb as the held item to allow you to burn. The burn does not do what it would normally do. It does not half your attack power. Your attack power stays the same. And actually, I believe, is it 1.5 times or doubles? You have 1.5 times on your attack, which is absolutely crazy. I've put Hammer Arm on here. That slows you down, but it's a powerful attack, and you're not taking advantage of that speed anyways. With Earthquake, which is a powerful ground type attack and hits a variety of different Pokemon. We've got Facade, which is a really powerful attack when you are burned. It's actually doubling its power and can actually knock out a lot of Pokemon using Conk's natural attack stat. And then we've got Mach Punch. Now, Mach Punch is a priority move, which is really good for a slow Pokemon like Conkeldurr. And if you can get that Guts off as well, that is just doing so much already without having to actually worry about the more effective attacks that could be happening. EVs, again, gone for max HP and max attack with an adamant nature, some more attack and less special attack, 4 EVs and special defense. The third set, let's go on to that. The third set we have is a Life Orb set with Sheer Force. So essentially, Conkeldurr can take advantage of Sheer Force here. Now, all 4 of these moves have a secondary effect. So Drain Punch heals you up, Knock Off gets rid of the items, Poison Jab has a chance to poison, and Rock Slide has a chance to flinch. All of these moves are boosted by Sheer Force, so 1.3 times power. Now, when Sheer Force is active, the Life Orb is not working, so you will not have that damage taken from you, but you'll have the boost in your attack power, which is really handy because you've got powerful Drain Punch, Fighting type Stab, you've got Knock Off to hit things like Psychic types, you've got Poison Jab to hit things like Fairy types, and then Rock Slide to hit things like Flying types, and it's all boosted by the Sheer Force and the Life Orb without having to take the negative effects of your health being diminished there. It is an amazing ability, and all of these moves being so effective. So Conkeldurr here can really do some work. I've got max HP and max attack with an adamant nature, some more attack, less special attack, and 4 EVs and special defense. As always, if you want to add a Dynamax aspect to this, you can always Dynamax and use max Knuckle 3 times, which allows you to have an even bigger attack stat, being 2.5 times, essentially taking you to, I think, probably over 1,000 in your attack. So absolutely huge if you're able to do that as well. I'm not sure what impact the Sheer Force would have on that, but I believe the Sheer Force would not be active. I might have to do some research on that because I've just thought that might not be the case. But either way, even if you don't Dynamax, this is such a good Pokemon. And finally, the Another Dynamax form we have is, again, taking advantage of that Drain Punch. Drain Punch is really, really handy on Conkeldurr because it has such good HP and it can take some attacks, but it does need that little bit of support healing itself up. We've got Iron Fist again, which which boosts the Drain Punch, and it would turn to Max Knuckle if you Dynamax, allowing for that to happen 3 times. Again, as I said, over 1000 attack, which is absolutely huge. We have Thunder Punch to hit flying types, Earthquake to hit a variety of different things, and I even put Defog on here because I did not realise that Conkeldurr can learn Defog, and that's just another bonus with Conkeldurr. It can defog and get rid of hazards as well. It is a mega Pokemon. It's just such an amazing Pokemon. I cannot get over just how amazing this Pokemon is. The only issue is the speed, but as I've shown, you can get around that. We have Leftovers as the item on here, just allowing you to heal up. So yeah. EVs max HP and max attack with an adamant nature, some more attack, less special attack, and 4 EVs and special defense. That is all for today, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm out of here, so have a good one, and I'll see you soon.